Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 3, and welcome to the Golden Company. As you can see on the screen here, we are now playing as Aegor Bittersteel, beneath the gold, the Bittersteel, and we will get into this scenario on where we are in the world and what's going on in just a moment. But you can see that we are currently engaged in a battle on behalf of the forces of Tyrosh against those of Lys. And we're going to see how that battle goes, and we're going to just jump in right into it, and I will explain what's going on from there. So let's see how this battle plays out. Of course, Bittersteel is leading the forces here himself, and as a very, very capable commander, he is going to crush the enemy, and that is exactly how it happened. This man, Gondo the Corrupt, could be knighted after a battlefield performance here. But I don't think we're going to bother with that. So let's take a look and zoom out as we just left the forces of Lys well crushed and defeated here. We'll briefly attach to the army. No, we don't need to attach to them. But yeah, let's pull out and see where things are. So we are picking things back up in a fairly familiar moment. For those of you who are watching our Pride of the Storm series, we are picking things up in the wake of that. And so as you can see, we've got Prince Aegor Bittersteel here, but you will see some familiar characters such as the second in command of the Golden Company, Ser Joffrey the Black Lion. Indeed, Ser Joffrey did end up taking an offer from Aegor to join the Golden Company. Now, in the last episode of the Pride of the Storm, I was kind of leaving it open to some suggestions of what Ser Joffrey would do from that point, and many of you guys suggested that he could go back to being an adventurer, but some suggested a very interesting option of him joining the Golden Company of Aegor, and I thought that was pretty cool, and so that is exactly what we have done. So he was named the second in command, which was pretty fitting considering how much help he gave them in the fourth Blackfyre Rebellion, I should say, which was relatively successful. So yeah, we've got that familiar character. So this is definitely a follow-up from the Pride of the Storm series. If you haven't watched that already, you could definitely go back and watch that one because there were some pretty cool events, and you can see the rise of Ser Joffrey. But yeah, you'll see some other familiar characters here, such as Rhaegar Baratheon. He's still in it, still fighting. We've got Oronis here, Bonebreaker. He is now the elephantry captain of the Golden Company. We've got a new a sworn shield here, Manfred the Red Smile of House Winch, and Ironborn, who was fighting in that Fourth Blackfyre Rebellion. We've also got Sir Daemon Hill, indeed still following Ser Joffrey here, who raised him and trained him, and he has also joined the Golden Company, and he is a capable warrior, so we have him as our sworn shield. And the deadly Corone, the wife of Sir Daemon here, who has slain more men than she can count, is our current archer captain. So who is leading the lands that Ser Joffrey once led? Well, that is none other than his wife, Grand Mayoress Lorella, and indeed Ser Joffrey's children are all still with her here in Dyreno Hills. So we're picking things back up about 2 years after the events of that last episode in Pride of the Storm. Ser Joffrey, he still has that Valyrian steel sword that he inherited there, which is pretty cool. I believe, actually, I just want to check something because I saw something cool for Oronis Galligaris here. I think one of the... No, who was it? Oh, it was... So one of the characters, Gamal Lockhart, one of our knights from the previous series, he actually had a pretty important kill in the Fourth Blackfyre Rebellion, and that is Sir Ronald Baratheon. The man, although he did die, slain by Basiro, he killed a knight of the Kingsguard, so quite impressive. So yeah, we're switching over to the Golden Company because I think it was fitting, and I think it's pretty interesting. And, you know, Aegor's getting a little bit old, but I kind of want to play this out and see what happens with him and with the Golden Company, and if we can launch a fifth Blackfyre Rebellion. Because if we take a look at things, you know, we've still got Haegon in our camp. Actually, if we go into our camp here, let's take a look. Yeah, Sir Haegon Blackfyre, he's still here with us, still a very capable warrior, 41 years of age, doesn't have any children, but you know, Sir Daemon, his brother, does have another son, Daemon the Third, I believe it would be. Yeah, so this is Daemon the Third here. And so there are a few Blackfires left that we could launch rebellions for. And the thing is, King Valar here, who survived the Great Spring Sickness many years ago in this alternate scenario, he's a good king. I mean, look at all his amazing traits. He is a little bit rakish, but, you know, loyal. He's strong. He has 1,000,000 friends, perhaps more than 1,000,000 friends. He's friends with everyone, essentially. Yeah, House Peak. He's got friends. He's friends with Dorne. He's friends with the Lannisters. This is a well-beloved king. All the lords love him. And he fought off 2 Blackfyre rebellions successfully. But the interesting thing is his son, Prince Maelor, is not cut of the same stuff as his father, King Valar. I mean, look at his traits. Temperate, sure, that's a good one. But arbitrary, lustful, and cynical. Not to mention, he is an elusive shadow and a trained fighter, but not a capable one by any means. So this is not going to be the same type of king as Valar. And so when Valar dies, you know, Prince Maelor here might not be exactly the best to inherit the Iron Throne, but inherit the Iron Throne he presumably will. So we're going to build up our power. We are going to prepare for another Blackfyre Rebellion, for the 5th Blackfyre Rebellion, by making money here with the Golden Company, as they would do in canon, by fighting here in the Disputed Lands, fighting for the Free Cities. And one thing to know about the Golden Company, they never break a contract. If they get called in, if they agree to a contract, they will never break it. And that is exactly how we are going to be playing things. So we've been called in on behalf of the Lords of Tyrosh, and we are fighting, I believe, fighting both of the wars. So there's like a 3-way war going on between Tyrosh, Myr, and Lys. So the 3 sisters are all fighting each other here. 3 sisters, or whatever they're called. 3 daughters. That's it. The 3 daughters here. The 3 sisters are those islands up there. But no, the 3 daughters here are all fighting each other. So Lys is fighting against Myr and Tyrosh. Tyrosh is fighting against Myr and Lys. And Myr is fighting against Tyrosh and Lys. So everybody's fighting everybody here. And this is exactly where we're going to earn our money. So we're fighting on behalf of Tyrosh. As you just saw, we did a pretty good battle against the Lyseni, and now we are going to engage with the Myr men there. So got a new Lord Commander on the wall, Lord Commander Quent Mullen. So that's good for him. But yeah, let's go and engage the forces of Myr here. They might outnumber us, but we've got Bittersteel with us. And not to mention, like, look at all these capable guys we got with us here. We are presumably, yeah, even though we're outnumbered 2-1, we can still pull off a victory against those guys here. And like Oronis, oh my gosh, Manfred was immediately slain. This character literally just appeared and he was slain in his first battle. Well, not his first battle, but his first battle with us, slain by Rogosh. Well, that is unfortunate for him, but does look like we are going to pull out a victory in this battle here. Damn, he literally just showed up, and then he gets slain. Well, let's take a look at this. Battlefield Knighthood, Corena, Cowain the Repulsive. No, I'm not going to knight him. Yeah, let's take a look at these 2 battles. So the first battle, again, the Battle of Myraar against the forces of Lys. Take a look at the details of that battle. Any events? Our Knight Master Gaharo killed Lord Tragar. That was the main things that happened there. But let's take a look at the details of this battle. So Gareth wounded Valerio, Aronas Gulligaris maimed Lord Vanio, Daemon Lannister wounded Lord Dyreno, and then Manfred Winch was slain by Rogosh. That was a little rough for one of our council member characters. If you want to play as a knight of the or just in any of our series, if you want to get a character here, one of these named characters such as Daemon Lannister, Rhaegar Baratheon, you can simply join on YouTube or on Patreon, and you can get a character that can die in his first battle as well. Oh boy, that's what happens when you pick the trait Brave. It gets you killed. But in any case, what are we going to do from here? We should probably meet back up with the army of Tyrosh here, because that battle was a little bit more rough than I might have hoped for. But yeah, let's go and join in the siege. Should be able to siege it down relatively quickly. 50% war score already against the Mirmen. So Tyrosh is finding success with the Golden Company at their back. And we're going to get this siege done relatively soon, I imagine. And no sign of the forces of Elise anymore. I'm not sure where they're getting up to. I don't know. I think we're probably we're maxed out on battle war score, so not much point of joining in any extra battles there. We should be getting a hefty paycheck from the Tyroshi as well. I think they're paying us like almost 800 to join this war. They're going to have to go in debt, which means they're probably getting funded from Bravos here. But oh man, look at the Sea Lady, 81 years old. Wow, impressive. But yeah, that's presumably what's going on over there. Oh, here's the forces of Lys. Ah, I see. We'll see what happens once this one's done. Maybe once we win the wars for Tyrosh, one of these other guys will pay us. And look at this, we're making some money from the sieges as well. That is pretty good to see. We probably could go and engage their forces over there, but I don't think we need to. They might get one siege done. I do want to finish off this siege here so that we can, and then we'll probably detach, but we're getting money from these sieges, so I'd like to go and do that, and then I'll go and attack their forces once again. We didn't lose that many troops in the battle, so we did lose one named character, but that's just kind of what happens. All right, let's go and stop them from getting this siege done. So yeah, we should be able to pull off a victory in this battle here as well. You can see that our heir is also Sir Haegon. So if Aegor does bite the bucket, as happened with the Golden Company, the we captured. Oh man, we are freaking epic here as we captured the Elliot of Myr in that battle. Let's take a look at the details of that. The slaughter at Corena here. Somehow minus 22 losses. Don't even ask me how that makes sense. Things are just, it gets ridiculous a little bit here. How this works sometimes. It's because Aegor has so many good traits. Exalted Warlord, he's got Master of Campaigns, 38 Martial, 45 Prowess. This is just the guy that he is, but the Landless Adventurers thing, it's a little bit buggy. It's not real. It doesn't really work the best here. So, but that it is what it is anyways. But in any case, Caron's, oh my gosh, freaking Caron. If for those of you who watched our previous Lannister series with Ser Joffrey, Caron, this woman who joined a tournament to fight, fight in disguise, was found out by Ser Joffrey. She is just a beast in battle. Insane amount of kills. Just every battle she gets kills. And that is honestly pretty epic. So yeah. Oh, and look at this. Nice. Ser Joffrey here is getting some good fights in himself. 50 prowess for Ser Joffrey. He's actually probably one of the top in the land now that he has the now that he has his Valyrian steel sword. Yeah, look at this. Let's take a look at all. So the only person who is stronger or who has higher prowess, holy crap, look at the Laughing Storm's prowess, 70 prowess. That's absolutely insane. That's actually ridiculous. 70 prowess. But it makes sense because Ser Joffrey actually has, you know, he might be a Lannister, but he's got the blood of House Baratheon, and we know that House Baratheon is a house of warriors. But yeah, Ser Joffrey obviously takes after his Baratheon blood, as you can see by his hair color as well. But yeah, that was a that was a bit of a crazy battle where we captured the Elliot there, which is pretty much perfect. So I guess we'll end this war, and then we're gonna go in and get assist the Tyroshi here with fighting Lys. So we'll go and all right, there we go. So be it. They won the war. All right, and now can we get them to engage the Lyseni in a battle here? We'll see. Where are you guys going? You have fought well in my wars, however, I can only give you as much as I have myself. A bit stingy, but I'll take it. Oh, what? He wow. You know what? This this is awesome, actually. So, funnily enough, in canon, at one point, the Golden Company was reneged on in a deal by, I can't remember who it was. I think it was the Kohori, perhaps. But somebody told the Golden Company that they were going to pay them, and they backed out on it, and the Golden Company just like sacked the city. And so I think that's probably something that we're going to do. Oh no, we can't leave this war without losing a level of fame. Well, I think we're going to go and change war alignment. Ooh. Oh, come on. Well, we can't break. I don't know. Can we break a contract? They kind of broke the contract first, though. Lose a level of fame. That's a little bit rough, actually. But no, we can't break a contract. We did. The contract does say that we were going to help the Tyroshi defeat the Lyseni, and you know what? That's what we're gonna do. So let's see if we can convince the Tyroshi to engage them in a fight here, or maybe they'll engage us in a fight. Okay, stop being cowards. Let's see if we can. Oh, they might come to us. Well, apparently, oh no, they're gonna get the defensive advantage there. Let's see if we can draw them in, though. All right, well, I'll hold back. I think we could probably beat this army, but I don't want to risk a big loss for the Golden Company. Not quite at this moment here, so. Oh, and even a pirate lord. Oh, House Ordello San from the famous House San, the famous pirate house, is joining us as well. Well, that's pretty much perfect. But yeah, let's get this siege done, and then we'll go and engage the enemy. Oh, Brynden Bloodraven drowned. Wow, drowned on the 11th moon. He did have a daughter and a son, though. For some reason, his daughter ended up inheriting here. Interesting. Well, good riddance to Bloodraven. That's a little sad for him, but I'm not gonna be too choked over it. All right, let's see if we can get this siege done over here. I feel like we could probably win this battle. I mean, it does have a lot against us, and we were closer than I would have liked when we were fighting the. Oh yeah, okay. This one might be a little bit more in our favor because they don't have all those defensive advantages. Can the Golden Company defeat an army more than 3 times their size? Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one, but we might be able to pull it off. Could we... If we can fight him in the hills, though, that would be even better. There we go. Yeah, let's get defending in the hills. I think now with these advantages, we should be all right, actually. Yeah, there we go. I think that the getting that hills advantage was probably... We might not have needed it, but better to take those advantages where you can. Oh man, we're just slaughtering them. No, we're not gonna knight that guy. Wow. Oh, and we captured the first magister in that battle as well. Holy crap, Bittersteel. Absolutely epic here. Yeah, let's take a look at those events. We captured the first magister. Not too shabby there. All right, that's gonna be good for us. So there we go. So be it. Disband all. Now the question is, oh, what's going on here? Defending against Magister Casso of Kuhiris in a Liberty War. You know what? I think we gotta join this guy. Offer military assistance in the Liberty War. 100% chance. Yeah, of course. So the Magister, or no, what is the leader of Lys here? The Archon of Lys backed out on giving us the money that he owed us. And now we're gonna go and join those guys who are rebelling against him, and we're just gonna go and sack his city. So yeah, offer military assistance, and I'm sure he's gonna accept. There we go. Yeah, he's joined the war, and then we'll raise our armies. Our armies were already sailing back to Tyrosh, and then we're gonna go and join in the siege here. Looks like we are presumably sieging down. Maybe not. Maybe we have to move here. Are we sieging? We are sieging. Is this Duncan the Tall? What is Duncan the Tall doing over here? Is he fighting against Leader Duncan? Okay, well, apparently Duncan is fighting in this Liberty War as well. Okay. Good for you, Duncan, I guess. Fighting alongside him. Anyways, we're just gonna the Golden Company. I keep saying the Black Company. The Golden Company is gonna rampage through Tyrosh here and just sack the entire city, just like canonically they did to Qohor or wherever it was. That's exactly what we're gonna do here as well. So let's speed up the time a little bit. We're gonna get some money from this, from all of the sieges and stuff here, so which is perfectly fine by me. I presume we're gonna get some money from this. Maybe not. Oh, there's a small army here. Well, let's go and just crush them. I'm gonna go and siege this down. We're not even actually doing this for the money. We're literally doing this just for revenge. This is what happens when you screw over the Golden Company. Let's go and crush their army here. They got the disembark thing, and we are going to smash their forces here. Just slaughter them to the man. No, Gondo does not deserve to be knighted. Oh, and we just captured him as well? What is with just capturing these guys in these battles immediately? Oh, man. Oh, look at the kills. Rogar Strong Arm killed Fodio. Gareth the Grey slew Balon Karner. Oronis Bonebreaker killed 2 guys as they were retreating from battle, and we captured... Oh, and we captured Daemon the Younger. Daemon was with them. Well, I think we're probably going to keep Daemon as a prisoner. Negotiate release. We're going to recruit him, I think. Make him take the vows? I mean, yeah, so canonically, Bittersteel never liked Daemon the Younger. Mostly because of his proclivities, or that's what some people suspect anyways. So I think that we should probably, I think we'll just keep him, we'll keep him in our camp He's probably currently... Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna let him go. So that was... So he's just ravaged through Tyrosh here, and and then captured the Archon. And that was the revenge of the Golden Company for for the Archon's deeds. That's what you get. That's why you don't mess with the Black... Or with the Golden Company. Jeez, keep saying that. Oh, I must miss our dear friend Luther from our Black Company playthrough. In any case, that was that was what you get, Archon Eloro, for betraying us there. We just completely sack your city. And that was good. Good on us. There we go. Oh, okay, no. They didn't break apart or anything, so yeah, and then it looks like okay, and so are any other wars still going? No, it looks like the war between Myr and Lys ended as well. But who did it end in favor of? Let's see, diplomacy. You guys were leading a war? Maybe a white peace? I think maybe Myr and Lys white peaced after all that happened there. Not too shabby. I mean, that was pretty epic. We can make a request. Yeah, we're gonna demand provisions from him as well. Because he has no other choice but to accept. So we're gonna just take everything from him. That was the price of freedom. So take all the food in his city. Yeah, not too bad. Prisoners can be ransomed. Do we still have Daemon in our prison? I'm hoping so. Yeah, okay. So Daemon's still our prisoner. He's in house arrest, which is good. And we'll keep him in house arrest. We want to keep Daemon under our thumb here because we don't really want to have him wandering around here. His son Sir Daemon is still in the court of Archon Eloro there, so completely all right. We got another martial perk, so I think we're gonna go and take hit and run. Gonna be useful there. And we've got a bunch of contracts pulling up here. So do we want to do any of these? I mean, are there any other wars going on? Is anybody fighting each other here? Nobody seems to be in a big war or anything like that, which is a little unfortunate. I was hoping that there might be a little bit more war going on. But well, I don't know. Do we want to go and help the Broken Lance here? Offer military assistance? Myr? They'll pay us a little bit of money. Well, I mean, either way, we should probably leave Tyrosh for now. I think we'll go to Dyreno Hills here. The city of Grand Mayoress Lorella the Corrupt. Grand Mayor Lorella is a clever creature squatting atop a golden horde of questionable providence. For those of you who aren't caught up on the story from the Pride of the Storm playthrough, Mayor Lorella here, who is married to Sir Daemon, she was a prostitute, and she was probably one of the biggest reasons why Sir Daemon was basically denounced and ousted from House Lannister, is because he broke a betrothal with a highborn lady in order to marry a lowborn prostitute. And so he was kind of got on the outside of his family. But Grand Mayoress Lorella here is actually very favorable to us, considering her husband is in our company. So I think that we can consider Grand Mayoress to be a fairly... somebody who's somewhat on our side. Let's customize the route because I don't like... Yeah, this should act... Oh, we're gonna run... We gotta use almost all of our food there. But that's fine. We've got plenty of money. So we should be able to get our company there. We have such a big company of troops that it's gonna take a lot I find myself spending an evening in the local tavern, swapping stories with an old talkative sailor, Alaro the Gambler. You tell a woman's tale, my lord. Look at me, my old missing leg. We could bring this guy into our camp. Is pretty. You think that was a good story? We could use a sailor. And now he's our quartermaster. All right, pretty good. Pay ransom. Yeah, we can accept some ransoms as well. Not too bad. What about this ransom? No, we're not going to give you Daemon the Younger. Decline that one. There we go. We should make it to Lorotkin. I guess we could have gone to this city over here. But regardless. Oh, and look, we've still got plenty of food left, so we're actually doing relatively okay. We should head into the city and get ourselves some provision. Well, let's do some provisions here. Gather a team of foragers, Helicent. Relatively decent chance, but she finds nothing, so that's unfortunate. Let's go into town. We go into town here with Sir Haegon. And let's grab ourselves some supplies. We'll buy some of this and some of that. Oh yeah, 218 to load up on supplies. That's fine by me. Take a look at the castle. Are there any troops? Go to the demoralized Tyroshi soldiers. Ride with me, the prominent Prince Aigor. Yeah, all right, we can do that. Let's bring in some troops to fill up our company there. And looks like there's a contract, transcribed text. I wouldn't mind having her. I mean, we've got some people in our. Do we have anybody in our court who could do this? I wouldn't mind getting her doing this just for the money and just for the, just to get her as a patron. So, I mean, it could be good. I think I do want to get her as a patron, so we'll just do this job, really quickly here. So +2 score towards completing the contract. Yeah, I think we'll have some of our people do this while the army is basically the Golden Company is kind of recovering from the campaign there, and we just have some of the people in our camp are dealing with this job for Mayor Lorella here. So there we go. Let's do this one, I guess. There we go. +3 score. Try that again. There we go. Job done. Yeah, I wasn't gonna worry about reading through that too much there. So we've got plenty of money. We could boost up get something for our supply tent here. Ooh, wow, look at this. Diligent Menders. Ooh, an armorer. I would love to get an armorer officer. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, an armorer for the Black Company. Stocked arsenal. Size of men-at-arms regiment. Oh, that is so good. What are the other ones? Friendly fatal casualties. I don't think we really need that, considering we're barely losing any troops anyways. Yeah, I think we got to go for the stocked arsenal here. So we can get the armor, and so we can get ourselves that nice bonus there. So yeah, not too bad. 59 years of age. We're a little bit older, but we're still kind of feeling fine for now anyway. So, Prince Aegor's got a little bit of life in him. Haegon's still doing okay. We've got all of these people in our camp. We need a chief cook. Sir Haegon could be one of our sworn shields. I mean, I guess he's okay at it. Sure, we'll give Haegon a job as a sworn shield here. But yeah, if somebody wants to play as either our maester or our chief cook, all you got to do is join as a YouTube channel member or on Patreon, and you can get a character in this series or in our other series, the Saga of the Skald as well, or any of the series that we have going on. So just keep that in mind if you think that you've got a good idea for a cook for the Golden Company. Let's get some ransoms here if we can convince anybody to offer us ransoms. Doesn't seem so. So we'll just hold them as prisoners for now. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is going. I mean, obviously these wars were going to be pretty easy for the Golden Company. Like, let's look at just Bittersteel's traits for a moment here. Wrathful, stubborn, ambitious, and brave. So just great traits already for a warlike character. He is an exalted warlord, which gives you absolutely insane bonuses. These were huge bonuses that were offering us tons of assistance during that Fourth Blackfyre Rebellion, where we almost actually were able to pull off a victory despite the Iron Throne outnumbering the Blackfire forces by probably 10-1, maybe even a little bit more. So yeah, altogether a very impressive showing there. We've got strategist, we've got gallant, we've got overseer, stalwart guardian, master of campaigns, legitimized bastard, of course, Prince Aigor being one of the great bastards, irritable, raider, robust, disfigured from battle, missing an eye, he's horribly scarred. Formidable fighter, knight, obviously, errand runner, and a traveler. This guy's just completely stacked, but he's 60 years old. So what can you expect? We can get ourselves a new armorer, but we don't have anybody for that too. So if you want to play a character who is an armorer, that job is open as well. But I think that may be where we leave things off in this episode of the Golden Company. Kind of a follow-up, a season 2 to the Pride of the Storm series, as you might see it. And honestly, I think this could be a cool way to continue the story of the characters from that previous season. Daemon Lannister and Rhaegar and Oronis, and obviously, most notably, Ser Joffrey the Black Lion here. So we'll hopefully see a lot more from him. I'm sure that he's going to get plenty more kills. And who knows, maybe he will one day inherit the Black Company as well. But that is a question for another episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.